I want to thank the Lakewood Scoop for giving me this opportunity and asking for me to tell you about Purim night at Koloner Avraham. I will first tell you what goes on Purim night at K&A, the procedure, the times, and then afterwards I'll talk a little bit about the escalation in parties around the community and how we decided to do something very different. So for everyone who comes collecting, all the men come or boys come collecting at K&A. There will be $100 vouchers given per person. The doors open at 10 p.m. and close at 12:30 a.m., although we have the police hired until 1:30 a.m. So if we need to, we can stay open a little longer. We're anticipating about 2,500 people for this Purim night, and we're pretty much ready to go. When you enter the shul from the parking lot, women should go to the right, up the ramp, and into the building, and there'll be a police officer there. Again, you can walk past him up the steps to the Ezras Nashim, and the police officer is there to make sure that no men go upstairs to the Ezras Nashim. For men, go to the left side, and you have two choices when you enter at the left side. One, if you're a mashalach or a single person collecting, you go straight into the base medrash and look for the sign that says Mashalachim or single collectors. It's huge. And you go to that table, the back of your hand will be stamped with invisible ink that only shows up under black lights. And as long as they check your hand also that you've not been there before, you'll be given that $100 voucher and you're free to stay or leave. For groups, you stop at the two tables that are there and the guys will ask you, what's your name, what's the name of the organization, how many people are in your group. And then that envelope will eventually come into the base medrash to a different table. It'll be filled and you'll be given the envelope. If there are, everyone in your group has to actually go into the base medrash. So no saying like, oh, there's 25 guys in our group expecting at $2,500 and then, no. And there's, I'm here and there's 24 guys in the bus. No. Everyone has to come in, go into the base medrash. It takes about 15 minutes for the envelopes to get filled. So when you come in and your envelope is filled out by these guys, the form on the front, look at the number. There'll be a big number there. It'll say one through 5. Remember your number. Because when you go into the base medrash, around 10 to 15 minutes later, when that number appears, then come to that desk to get the envelope. There's no need to come to the desk before then in the base medrash. There'll be a big sign there. Instead of the number, it will say, dance until your number is called. Or no number, until your number appears here. I think that's it. We have 5 police officers. Oh, and by the way, by day, there's no collecting in the shul. And in front of my home, I don't give out tzedakah on Purim day. We have a police officer in front. So please don't bother. I'm getting a little older now. I don't get into bed until maybe 2:30 in the morning after the party and have Megillah the next morning. For those who are concerned, don't worry. I give Shalach Manas by day, and I also give tzedakah to people who will be my shliach to give it to needy people on the day, so I'll be Yotzi the mitzvah. Regarding the parties, right before we shut down for COVID, we had about 2,200 people come to our Purim party. When we first opened after COVID, and that time we gave $50 per person who came, later on in the form of these vouchers from the Donors Fund. When the first year back after COVID, we were expecting about 2,500 people. Instead, I forget the exact numbers, we got maybe about 1,300, 1,400 people. And I was told the reason is because in the meantime, many parties opened up around this area. I call Lakewood the 6 towns now, meaning includes Jackson, Toms River, Howell, Manchester, and whatever, I left one out. Oprek. So parties have opened up around the 6 towns. They have big name singers, expensive big name singers, big bands, color lights. And I thought for a moment that maybe, okay, we want to have this this party war, will escalate, and no problem, Kananahara, we'll spend whatever it takes to get ourselves big singers and fancy food and everything else. And I thought about it and I said, wait a second, that's not my objective on Purim. The objective is to give out tzedakah. So what we did is we took our 6 or 7 piece band with singer, downgraded it to a one-man band, and the food we did not, we actually downgraded a little, but we increased the tzedakah from $50 a person to $100 per person. And that next year, we went up to about 2,000 people. Again, I don't recall the exact numbers, and Baruch Hashem has been successful. I'm not criticizing anybody who's decided to go the big party path, but that's not the path that we've taken. We have no colored lights. We have like I said, a one-man band. It's rocking and rolling. People are dancing, having a great time. No alcohol is served, and a lot of tzedakah is given out. So if you want to come by, we'd love to see you on Purim. Have a freilich in Purim if I don't see you. And Mitzvah Hashem, we'll be in touch soon. Bye-bye.